Swerve Strickland is your brand new AEW World Heavyweight Champion after defeating Samoa Joe in the main event at Dynasty this past weekend in St. Louis, Missouri, and making history. But before I touch into that topic, I want to go here and apologize for not uploading content on Monday and Tuesday, usually WWE content, usually Monday Night Raw content. I've been feeling a little bit under the weather. It's just a flu that I'm still trying to get rid of as we speak. But again, I'm drinking water. I'm drinking and eating as best as I can, and we're getting through it. Now, with that said, that out of the way, Swerve Strickland winning the World Championship from Samoa Joe was absolutely the move to go when it comes to AEW, because Samoa Joe was a great champion, but he won that title from MJF, and the minute he won that title from Maxwell Jacob Friedman, he was, in my eyes, always meant to be a transitional champion. Because circumstances led to it. Adam Cole getting injured. MJF, again, sustaining a lot of injuries, which is why we're not seeing him currently. And on AEW TV, that was the feud, that was the rivalry that Tony Khan, giving him his flowers right here, he was building the story towards MJF and Adam Cole for the world title. That would have been a hot feud, a hot rivalry, and unfortunately, both of those superstars, both of AEW's top stars, got injured at the exact wrong time. But hey, it created an opportunity to bring someone else into the limelight. And I'll give Tony Khan his flowers right now as well, even though it's more based on Swerve's work, and again, Swerve's work with Hangman and Adam Page as well. Swerve got himself over with the help of Prince Nana, with what he's been doing in the ring. He's been cutting some good promos in ring wise. The fans wanted him to be AEW World Champion, and that is what we have gotten. And frankly, I would be surprised if Swerve Strickland drops this brand new World Championship before we get to All In Wembley in August. I think that's the main goal. That's at least the timeline that you should be shooting with as far as Swerve Strickland as world champion goes. And I'm not going to talk about how he's the first black world champion in AEW history, because this isn't about filling a criteria. The fans wanted Swerve Strickland to be the world champion. He was that over with the crowd. He's been working his ass off in the ring. He's been putting on great matches, putting on good promos. The fans wanted this uber babyface, for AEW standards, to be the top guy, and now he is, because he worked his ass off. Simple as that. And I've always said it, that in this wrestling business, it's not about deserving. It's not about who deserves it. It's about what's best for business. It's not about who earned it, because trust me, there's at least a dozen wrestlers, both male and female, in any pro wrestling locker room that work their ass off, but they can't all be world champions at the exact same time. This is ultimately a business, and it is good business for AEW to have Swerve Strickland as their world champion in this moment in time. What do we build to next? If you gotta ask me, if I had to come up with something off the top of my head, a rematch. Of course, with a stipulation added, I Quit match, which wouldn't really benefit Samoa Joe, more like a last man standing match, something of that sort, heading into Double or Nothing in Vegas. That way, you give him a challenger, a heel character that he's already worked with, bookend that feud, put Samoa Joe in the rearview mirror, and then it also gives you more time to build up somebody like maybe a Jay White to challenge for that world title. Hell, you might even place, what did they call him? Kind of forgot the name. But, not Jungle Boy, Jack Perry. Jack Perry made his return at Dynasty, helping the Young Bucks win the tag team titles. Why not? He's been doing some great work in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Why not? Why not have him challenge Swerve at Forbidden Door? Heck, he is a New Japan Pro Wrestling talent after all. And of course, Swerve Strickland goes over. You don't really hurt Jack Perry that much. He's back in AEW. He's lost world title matches in the past before. That doesn't really hurt too much. But frankly, there's a lot of fans out there in the IWC saying that the main event for All In Wembley come this August is already set. Swerve Strickland defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the GOAT, Will Ospreay, who put on the match of the night against Bryan Danielson in the dream match of 2024. Nobody ever doubted that. And again, I'd be hard-pressed to think otherwise, that we won't be getting this match, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, for the world title in Wembley. I'm thrilled. If we're gonna get there, let's get there. Let's put some character work. Let's put some story work in this. Some highs and some lows. Let's tell a story rather than just assuming that, oh, it's London, that in England, that's where Will Ospreay is from. That's why he's getting this hometown world title shot against the big babyface Swerve Strickland. That's a big main event, yes, but we gotta add a story to it. And just, again, I've been giving certain flowers to Tony Khan as well, but again, this whole habit of announcing promos, announcing everything that's going to happen on your show tonight, I'm not a big fan of, especially since we're going to have another one of these pointless World Championship Eliminator matches between Swerve Strickland and Kyle Fletcher. Nothing against either man. I mean, nothing against Kyle Fletcher, excuse me. But I'm not a fan of World Title Eliminator matches. They make no sense. You have rankings for a reason, right? AEW, right? Tony Khan, okay. So why not have Swerve, brand new world champion, open the show to give a statement, to give an address, to talk about how it's Swerve's house. Finally, he's got the hardware, he's got the gold to prove it. And now comes Kyle Fletcher trying to make a point. Challenges him to a match. How we could have had this be a world title match. We could have had this be a world title match from out of nowhere. Just book it. You got a fighting world champion, a babyface world champion in Swerve Strickland. It writes itself. And then you could have just Kyle Fletcher just keep chasing after Swerve in May. Keep chasing after Swerve in June. And then who's good friends with Kyle Fletcher? Will Ospreay. You add that aspect into the story rather than just, we're going to have this match one-on-one, world title eliminator, for whatever reason. Just to fill time. Just to fill segments on the show. That's my only qualm with tonight's episode of AEW Dynamite. And again, how many World Championship celebrations are we going to have today? We're going to have Swerve. We're going to have Will Nightingale. We're going to have that paper championship in Chris Jericho. We're going to have Jon Moxley defend the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship. I don't know about you, but I would have put that IWGP title on the line in Collision on the weekend. Big, high-profile championship match on the weekend. I don't know. If you want to grab ratings, there you go. But overall, I'm digressing here. I'm kind of ranting, but Swerve Strickland is our brand new world champion. Cannot wait for what comes ahead. And again, they got to start lining up challengers for him, and in order for that to happen, they need to stick with Swerve versus Joe at Double or Nothing, and in the meantime, build up new heels in the next few weeks. That's my opinion, but again, if you have a different one, which I'm sure you do, leave your thoughts, comments, and predictions in the comment section below. With that said, my name is Alexis Carrillo, this has been Wrestling Talk, and I'll see you next time.